when Gaboons attack. It's coming up.
Fangs in your face. Subscribe now.
Hey, before we get started, I want to thank my supporters. Hey, thank you so much to the whole Venom squad. There's a lot going on in our lives right now. But hey, special thank you to Dan McCarty. Thank you so much, Dan. Paul Breslin, thank you, bro. Wally Tucker, brother, thank you so much. Roderick Brown, thank you so much, Roderick. It means the world to us. Peter Carmichi, thank you, brother. Sean Black. Sean Black, we love you, Big Daddy. You're our stone in this. And thank you so much. Hey, and Luke Gleason, thank you for everything you've been doing for Venom Central and our channel. Hey, before we get started with the Gaboon stuff, there's an important message we need to relay to everybody. And I'll tell you, we woke up Friday to find out that the state of South Carolina just put 2 bills in place with amendments attached to them, and I'm going to explain this to y'all. Banning all ownership, all trade, no sales, no nothing with exotic venomous reptiles. Okay, so that puts us like right in the fire. I mean, literally. I mean, this will destroy our lives. Okay, and I'm not just a hobbyist. I mean, this is a passion. This is a love for us. We breed venomous snakes. And I'll tell you, we probably give more of them away to labs and institutions than we sell. And, we barely make enough money to keep all this running. I mean, we do this out of passion, okay? And for our interest of educating people. And you guys know what I do, But literally, these 2 bills were put into the House, okay? Had nothing to do with venomous reptiles. They are in the category of wildlife and agriculture, okay? And one of them is labeled, it's for live swine. This bill is the Live Swine Act. So I guess farmers or whoever can't travel with live swine down a major highway or waterways and things like that. It's to help protect the ecosystem from pigs getting released and all that stuff. And the other bill is concerning game lands and hunt clubs and stipulations for them. Now, this is how they played this. This is how dirty and so underhanded they did this, okay? They knew that if they put this up as a bill itself, they'd have opposition. They know that we would come forward and we want to talk about it. Let's come up with a solution, a permit system, which I'm not opposed to, some regulations, which I'm not opposed to. I think we need that here. I've been pushing for that. Let's get some regulations, some rules, a permit system. Let's separate the men from the boys. But I'm going to tell you something. They snuck it in. They waited till the bill was in process in-house, and then they attached an amendment on each one of them bills. Now, this amendment that's attached has nothing to do with the topic on the bill, okay? South Carolina has a thing where, the bill should be the topic and that's it. No riders. And if they do put an amendment on it, it's got to be directly related to that bill. So they snuck it in there and they processed it and it made it through a lot of stages and it got voted, passed, okay? Now it goes to the governor on Tuesday. If he signs them, every one of us that keeps venomous reptiles is a fucking felon. Is a felon if you don't comply with what they're doing on these amendments, which is, one of them is forfeit all your animals to be euthanized or whatever, and you got a certain amount of days to do this, or you're a felon, 5 years in jail, $1,000 fine. The other one is, okay, maybe you can keep them and pay $100 per animal, okay? $100 per animal, yearly basis until they die. You can't breed them, can't sell them, can't do nothing with them. You keep them until they die, $100 per animal, which that would cost us about 15 grand. Somewhere in that area. I haven't done the numbers yet. But I'm going to tell you something. they made it so outrageous that it can't be done. And they put a timeline on it where it's not giving anybody any space to do anything. They've done this so we can't fight it, so they try to tie our hands behind our back, okay? And that's what whoever put these amendments on these bills tried to accomplish. And that's what they are accomplishing. I mean, so as of right now, I mean, we don't know where or what we're going to do. I mean, right now, all I can think about is fight. Get in this, fight for your rights, you know. And so I got busy yesterday. I haven't slept. I have not slept a freaking wink, all right? This will destroy us. I have not slept. I mean, my animals, my livelihood, which my livelihood depends partially on the animals. The animals pay for themselves. I keep the animals so I can keep giving animals to the Venom labs and keep doing my research and things, you know. And we wanted to open our serpentarium, okay? And one of the bills states that you can't keep these animals, you can't do anything unless, now one of the amendments states that you can't keep these animals unless you are a facility that's open to the public at least 30 hours a week, which we would have been by now. We have been working toward that for 2 years, okay? We left North Carolina and the whole Cape Fear debacle and came down here to rebuild. I've rebuilt my animals. This is all I own. This is our livelihood. This is our life. And then we got our stuff in order, okay? And paperwork in order, things start looking for a property. We got one property, it fell through. We found another lease property. Right around the time we're getting ready to go, let's go ahead and start the new LLC for this new business venture, our public serpentarium, to educate people from that side of the table, okay, and not through the camera, to be able to see people and people be able to see and experience these animals in person, and me teach them about them, and you know, it's what I love to do. And the pandemic hit. There was the close down, so we had no choice but to just sit on our hands. And we did that for months. Did it for a year, okay? So we didn't get to open up our freaking facility. And I've had people say, well, you could probably do it now. And the thing is doing it now and paying a lease, a large lease, and dumping that kind of money into something that may or may not be able to run efficiently during a pandemic is foolish. And of course, it's raising funds. So we didn't get to open our facility yet, but we have plans and hopes to have it open by the end of this summer. But now that's gone. That idea's gone because of these two bills and the amendments on them. So what we can do, what can we do? So I started yesterday, talked to Kevin from Nerd. Kevin, I love you, brother. Thank you for the conversation. Kevin, I mean, I needed to talk to somebody else with my mindset. I talked to some congressmen. I talked to a senator. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, my colleagues, another good friend of mine, Chris, who works for a zoo. He's the main curator of a private zoo here. He's also a venomous keeper and breeder, and he's a right-on guy. He talked to his senator. His senator wasn't even aware of it. He wasn't even aware of the bill. I'm sorry, he was aware of the bill, but he wasn't even aware of the amendments put on it and how it was pushed through. And when Chris explained it to him, he was blown away. He's like the chief of the ethics committee or something, this certain senator. He was like, that's not how things are done. That's unconstitutional, and it's literally immoral. It's not the right way to do it. You know, you don't tag a rider on a bill while it's in the process of being voted on. It's got to bounce back, and every congressman, every representative that needs to read that rider, read that amendment, and then decide on their vote. So I get it in my head. I make a video yesterday. I end up getting a call back from my congressman from my district. He didn't know about it. He knew there was an amendment on it. He just thought, well, it's amendment to the swine thing or so. And he yayed it. I asked him, I said, did you realize what this amendment was? He says, well, it wasn't printed and we weren't educated on it. There's 2 representatives didn't know what they voted on, didn't know what it was. That's how sneaky they done this. Now, all we can do, and now it's probably every other congressman that's voted on it doesn't know the stipulation in that bill, but there's probably a few of them that are getting jacked up by, who knows, Humane Society, PETA, who knows who's behind this, okay, to keep it quiet and slip it in and get it passed, okay, the wrong way. If it passed the right way, give me time to relocate, to get the funds to relocate, do what we need to do, I wouldn't be this devastated. I'd be like, well, we've lost another state, but give us a chance to fight back. Give us a chance to talk to y'all. Give us a chance to, let's talk about some regulations. Let's talk about some rules. Let's talk about doing things the right way. If y'all still are in the mindset to ban venomous, okay, we can't convince you, we can't educate you. Let me get the frick out of here, okay? But that's not an option. That's not an option now. So, literally, these 2 bills with these amendments snuck on them. They went through a lot of the process. They go to the governor on this Tuesday. So, U.S. ARC, okay? U.S. ARC. They're our voice. They're the people that help get this stuff in motion, and they're the attorneys for us reptile keepers, all right? Now, and I've been preaching about U.S. ARC, y'all, about everybody get on board, join, support, and we've been supporting and sharing and doing everything we can. And a lot of my supporters, a lot of you guys, the Venom Squad, have been joining U.S. ARC and making donations. And I am just, I'm flattered and floored by that, and I love that. But now, the game has changed, okay? Now it's gotten serious where they've attacked us, they backdoored us. And they didn't even do it correctly. They'd done it the wrong way. They'd done it sneaky. So now, everybody needs to get on U.S. ARC, the alerts, the South Carolina alerts. And U.S. ARC is giving everybody the guidelines to look up your House bill number, to look up your local representative, if you're a South Carolina resident. And don't be afraid to put your address on it. You have to prove that you're a voting resident, taxpayer. That's got some meat to it here, okay? But people in other states can also call and fill out that form and email it the same way. It's about opinion on the way this went down, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, it's all shady and snaky. The thing is that this goes in front of the governor on Tuesday. We need to convince Governor McMaster not to sign these 2 bills. And it's not the bill itself that we are opposing. It's the amendments on the bills, okay? But follow U.S. ARC's guidelines and do it, and send it to every senator, everyone you can find. And come Monday or Tuesday, this is wartime, okay? Governor McMaster, we need to start calling. I mean calling his office. We oppose this. We oppose the amendments to these bills. They have nothing to do with reptile keeping. This was done wrong. It was done shady. I mean, be polite, be respectful, state your opinion, state your dismay in this, okay? Because in the long run, this isn't going to be just about venomous reptiles. This is going to set a precedence to go on to something else, and then something else. If we let them get away with this on this one, the door's kicked open, Jack. We're all done for everything. And it can be any other scenario. I mean, think about it. If you're a botanist and you grow a certain type of plant, and you cultured that plant and you loved it, some kind of rare orchid or something, right? If one of them don't think that orchid should be in South Carolina, and goes, well, I don't know, it could maybe spread and get invasive, or which I'm all for protecting the environment, or you shouldn't have that, it might be dangerous. They'll backdoor you and take it from you. They're taking our freedoms. They're taking away our rights to fight them in the right capacity and say, hey, look, give us a chance to speak. Give us a chance to hear our ideas. We are the constituents. We pay their salaries. Tax money pays them to govern us. What pisses me off the most, now I don't know exactly who said this, but it's come down through the grapevine that one of the legislators said, well, I'll tell you something. South Carolinians are not smart enough to literally police themselves in this. So we got to police them. We got to do it for them. How does that make you feel? Are we a bunch of dummies? Is that how they look at us as the general public? Yeah, they think we're all just a bunch of stupid Southerners. We'll tell them this is what to do and that's what they're going to do. No, this is the United States, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why our soldiers fight for our freedoms. Now we have to fight for our freedoms as citizens. And if you all don't jump in this, it's going to get worse. It's going to go from state to state. It's going to set a precedence. And it's not even about the venomous reptiles or the exotic reptiles. It's about the way this was done. Was so wrong. That's what bugs me the most. If they decided they wanted to ban venomous reptiles, I'd be like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can come up with a solution. Let's put some regulations in. But no, no, this is it. It's done. You're done. You're going to jail. That's it. What's that, Dina?
In 5 days.
Yeah, in 5 days. You're going to jail. That's it. You're a criminal. You're a felon. One state said it'd be a felony. I mean, isn't there other things that need to be attended to than messing with us? I mean, you know, I am all for regulations. I'm all for it. But an outright ban and to destroy people's lives, to destroy, and people, I've gotten a few stupid comments on my Instagram. Oh, you're just fear-mongering and this, if you don't know how to read a bill, and these idiots don't even, haven't even read the bill, don't even know what it's about, and definitely didn't read the amendments. Well, if you breed for labs and this stuff, you know, you're fine. No, nobody's fine. Because if you're not AZA affiliated, or if you're not open to the public for 30 hours a week, 6 months out of the year, you're done. That's it. They don't want to hear nothing else about it. So everybody needs to get on USARC, South Carolina alerts, and follow the prompts. But Monday and Tuesday morning, it needs to be heavy, Jack. We need to come at them with both barrels. It needs to really get flooded. Governor McMaster's, please pay attention to this. Know that this is not correct. It's not. I mean, this is going to floor us. This will floor us. I don't know what's going to happen to us. I really don't. So, enough about that. I mean, I know this was kind of a bummer, and believe me, me and Dina both have not slept. I mean, this is not only going to affect us financially, this is going to affect, I mean, this has already affected me physically. It's already got me just wore down and just mentally just like so stressed that I can barely freaking take it. I'm ready to lose it. Okay? And, you know, so please, everybody, the Venom Squad, get involved. USR, follow the prompts, do it. Do it now. Okay? We're going to put all the links to everything that y'all need to do in here. So you can go down after the video, pull them links, and get involved. Please react. Get on it. Get on USR, follow the prompts. It's a cut and paste thing. You can, they lay it out for you what to put in this email, and make the calls. Don't just do it for one senator or one thing. Try to do it to every single one you can find. I mean, it's numbers. We need some meat to it. We need South Carolina residents the most, but anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. If you're from another state, let them know about the ripple effect, that, you know, okay, well, this will change my mind of even coming to South Carolina for a vacation, or to come visit Venom Central's lab, or to come visit anything, you know what I mean? Say, you know, the ripple effect of doing this, you know, but anybody can do it, but we need South Carolina residents, even if you're not a reptile person. I mean, this is about your rights. This is literally about your rights. And that's the big meat in this thing. So please, please help us. All right, we're gonna move on to a little bit of fun stuff. Now, I did some feeding the other day, and of course, it got bumped because all of this going on, and I did some fangs in your face stuff, okay? And I did some of the rattlesnakes, but I did the gaboons and the puff adders. And I've had a few people lately send me little videos to my Instagram of that. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do the fangs in your face video for you thing, and I'm gonna tell you something. Please don't try to replicate what I do. and it's not because I don't want no one else to do it. It's because you know, I've been doing this 38 years, and the slow-mo videos help us with a lot of our study stuff that we're doing. But I'm going to tell you, I mean, and of course, I started out just mounting a damn GoPro on some tongs and seeing how it would work. But I have a rig. I have a rig that I have designed, and I had somebody engineer some things on it for me, and it keeps me safe from being bitten, because we get pretty close, okay? And I've seen some guys try this technique and try it, and I'm asking guys, please don't try this. Don't try it. And I would show you all my rig and how safe it is for me to do this, but it's being patented. We've applied the paperwork to have it patented, so nobody can copy it and nobody can take our idea and run with it. You know, so I can't show it to you. But please don't try what I'm doing, okay? Enjoy what I do, you know, and if you're a venomous keeper, enjoy your animals. If you're a venomous keeper in South Carolina, enjoy them for the next week or so. But anyways, and the Gaboon Viper strikes, okay? I'm gonna try to make this short, you guys. This just shows you this Gaboon that's, I can't remember if it's the second or third one, but this just proves to you how a Gaboon, literally, you can't tell exactly which direction they're going to go in and what they're going to hit. And I don't know why this little female did this, but you know, she did something completely in left field. And normally she would hit the prey at them, and I think maybe she caught a whiff of something different and the sight of something different. She maybe thought that the eye on the camera was an actual eye or something, but something set her off, and she blazes the camera twice, and then she turns around and blazes the glass. Just, I mean, crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, and I'll tell you, being confident in what I do, and I know that I'm safe, I know I'm not going to get hit, and I'm going to tell you, if you jump around and decide that, okay, I'm scared, and you pull back, you leave an opening for that snake and the movement for it to hit you that way. That's where experience comes into play. You'll notice I'm totally still. Boom, I never move. That snake goes bam, bam, bam. That rat never moves. It's right there. And plus, you couldn't get out of the way fast enough anyways. You're not going to do it, especially with a damn Gaboon. But this is one of Gaboon attacks, okay? And this is why feeding them and keeping them has got to be done the right way, correctly. You need some experience, and that's why I always say, if you're a venomous hobbyist and think, do not start with a Gaboon, okay? Get some experience, get some training, because they are totally unpredictable, and have anti-venom. I mean, we keep a pretty good stock of anti-venom. We keep a Samir, it's an African polyvalent for a lot of the African species. But anyways, enough of my rambling. We're gonna let you guys check out the fangs in your face, because they are spectacular.
Fangs in your face.
Okay, we're going to start out with some of the big puff adders today. And this big female, she's not facing in the right direction, so this is going to be a trick shot here. Oh, yeah! That one spooked me. I jumped on that one a little bit. I knew she was going to have to jump sideways for that one. Atta girl. Let's give it a little shake. That's a big old puff adder there. And let me tell you guys, now, you know, we do these videos and we do these slow-mo fangs in your face shots, and we joke around and we like to have fun doing this, but, you know, I cannot stress enough that, you know, don't try this. It's not, you know, I've been doing this 38 years. I've been keeping and breeding venomous snakes, and, you know, we have a very strict bite protocol. We keep our own anti-venom. You know, we are a professional facility, and I'm gonna tell you, as much as we joke around and have fun and stuff, I just really want to stress for you know, don't try this stuff. It really, I mean, I know there's a lot of venomous keepers, and they're sending me little clips. They're like, hey, we're trying to do the fangs in your face. And you got to realize something. I mean, I'm getting pretty close, and I do have a special rig built now to get these shots. I mean, sure, I started out with just a damn GoPro on some tongs and tried it, and snakes were biting the GoPro and everything else. But, you know, I have a customized built rig to do this now, to keep me safe, to keep the animals safe, and, you know, just to be, you know, to make it clear, you know, don't try this stuff just because you see me doing it. You know, there's just too many keepers suffering too many bites, doing foolish things lately, and, you know, so don't do what I do. Just watch me do it. And take care of your snakes the safe way. All right, we're going to move on and feed another snake. Okay, and we've got this male puff adder, and he's in a pretty strange position too. He's not facing us, so we have to do this very carefully. And the whole trick to this is we got to cue him up and let him get into a hunt position, which I can see him already getting into that mode. His head's starting to tick-tock back and forth a little bit, and we'll let him reach over and tag this when he feels it's right. We're not going to shove it right in his face and create a strike that will be more defensive than predatory. We want this to be a full predatory strike. And they're very patient. They'll wait till it damn near touches them on the nose sometimes. He's slowly getting himself in position. There you go. There was the bite. And some prefer to bite and hang on. Some will bite and release. And this little guy, he bites and releases it more than he hangs on. And that's a self-preservation technique there. He don't want that rat to bite him back. So let's set that right there for that big boy. And he will eat it. If he bites it, he will eat it. And our big girl, she's already taking it down. Oh, I thought maybe we'd get a fang stretch there, but I guess not. Okay, it's time to get over here and feed the big gaboons. And we're going to start feeding these guys a couple of really large rats before I get ready to cycle them for breeding. And this is the big male. He needs to get a whiff of that. Oh yeah, he's got it now. Oh my God. And this is one of them jumbo rats. I'm having a hard time holding it up. It's so damn heavy. But he hit it really hard. Give me my tongs, buddy. There you go. Look at that rascal. He is becoming a monster. That damn rat is pretty heavy. He's probably close to 2 pounds. I think they're 1.75 pounds or something. I don't know. They're really big. But the size of his head, he's damn near got half that rat in his head already in his mouth. But look at them fangs. Perfect placement. Both fangs completely buried in the prey at him. Very nice. Okay, we've got this big mama here. She is in a really strange position, so I'm gonna have to reach up over her a little bit right here. Oh! Boy, I'll tell you what, now that was a surprise. And that just goes to show you, you never know which direction they're going to come from, how they're going to grab it. Look, she's even got some of that green stuff in her mouth. I'm going to pull that out. Get you near the tongues and grab that and just pull that right out of there. Let's watch a little bit of this fang action. You can see the female back there in the back. Getting ready to start swallowing hers. This is the male. He's working on his. I'm going to set the camera right here where we can watch him use them fangs to rake that big jumbo rat down into his throat. And notice he'll use them fangs one at a time. He'll walk it down. He'll stretch one out forward, stick it in there, and pull it in. And he'll do the same on the other side. Man, that female came for a wild hit. I don't know if you can see her. She's back there. She's probably 3 feet away from him. It's a 6-foot cage, but man, they're just so powerful. That's a big, heavy rat. He picks it up like it's nothing. Okay, and this is one of our youngster females. I produced this snake 2 years ago, and she damn near looks like an adult now, but she's got a ways to go. Even though she looks big, she's still young. But this one always does some crazy strikes, some crazy violent strikes. I'm gonna cue her up with some vibration. Oh, you missed it, baby. Pop it again. Oh, there you missed it again. What is wrong with you today? There you go. Now you're on the money. Little overzealous, huh? There you go, girl. And I'll tell you, once in a while you'll see the gaboons and the puffs and some of the bitters they'll miss. They're relying on sight and smell to line up a strike. And I'll tell you, they're not like the bushmasters and a lot of the rattlesnakes and, you know, the pit vipers that are relying on that heat sentry pit to locate its prey item and deliver an accurate strike. These guys sometimes will go nuts and just sling them fangs every which way. That's what makes them so dangerous to keep. But I kept this one out of a litter of 52 because it was just so pretty as a little baby, and it's just getting better and better with every shed. Okay, and for our last gaboon of the day, a little Bitis rhinoceros, little West African Gaboon Viper. I'm going to cue him up with some vibration, and I'll look for them telltale signs that he's getting ready for a pop. Oh yeah, like that. And I can tell he was just getting ready for that pop. His pupils just started dilating. He was fixing on that prey item. That was a good one. Very nice. Attaboy. It's a young male. I held this one back from our last breeding because he's really light. Got a lot of light pastel colors in him. He's really pretty. He's growing like crazy. Starting to get some size on him. And when I say size for a Gaboon, I mean this guy's about 3 foot. And that's still a youngster. That's just a baby. Even though he's eating an adult rat, he's still about 5 years away from breeding. And that is the business end of a Gaboon Viper. Okay, let's see if our old Batwing boy here is going to pop a feed today. Feed a couple of pit vipers for you guys real quick. And he looks like he may be interested. Let's line him up on the heat source. Here he comes. Oh, here, look at the tension in his neck. Ah, there you go, Papa. Very nice. That was a nice hit. Hopefully that come out nice on the Venom cam. Alright, big guy, back it up.
Subscribe now.
How about that, huh? I mean, they are exciting, but I'll tell you, please take my advice. Don't try to replicate that. You know what I mean? I've got a rig built that keeps me safe. But hey, y'all, if you're new to the channel, hit that V logo thing and subscribe now. We may be here. I may be in jail. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen to us? But hopefully we'll still be here. But it's not looking good. It's looking pretty grim. But we're going to try to stay where we're at and keep entertaining y'all and keep educating y'all. But come on back to Venom Central. Check us out. This is Willie. We're checking out today. Later.